Oh yes, legends, we are live. We're going to be discussing this drop that we've had for Bitcoin. We are also going to take a look at some altcoins and what is the plan here with this major drop. Are we going to much lower levels? Are we going to fill all of these higher lows that we formed throughout the last few weeks? Oh my goodness, bear market right now. This is the top for Bitcoin. Or are we still in a bull run? And do the altcoins have a major opportunity right now as we've got this major pullback? Not only throughout last week, but also yesterday with the interest rate decision, 25 basis points, stock market absolutely collapsing. We can see the Dow Jones getting a huge major drop. Over 1.5 trillion was wiped out from the US stock market just in the last 24 hours. Dow Jones stock index closes down 10 days in a row, the longest losing streak since 1974. Stock markets collapsing, DXY pumping. To be honest, this drop that we've had on Bitcoin was not that bad compared to the stock market. We'll be discussing different altcoins and your favorite altcoins as well, because I do see a major opportunity on altcoins, guys. We'll be discussing Ethereum, of course, Ethereum lagging from hitting all-time high of 2021, guys. This is an opportunity pullback. I'll be explaining in this episode why this is a good opportunity and we should be seeing higher prices in 2025. Make sure to destroy the like button, guys, if you enjoy the content. We'll be going through the Bitcoin technical analysis, of course, as always, first of all. And let me just quickly say hello to that beautiful community that we do have, guys. Destroy the like button. We do have 50 likes. 250 people watching. We're going to go straight into the Bitcoin price, guys, and discuss the levels that were mentioned yesterday. They were just sliced through, okay? No major reaction. We just continue to the downside after the FOMC press conference, of course, that we did have. Stock market collapsing, guys. We want to be very, very cautious, of course, when we're having that news coming out, because what happened is that stock market absolutely collapsed when we do take a look at the S&P 500, guys. What a major drop. Of course, Dow Jones as well. Big move, over a 3.5% drop that we had yesterday. And of course, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency did take that hit as well. We'll be discussing the different scenarios, guys. Are we bearish? Are we going to go to lower levels? We are holding here the higher low support from this ascending channel. Should we be worried? We will be discussing the levels of resistance. If we do hit certain levels, why this should be bullish, or that we are going to continue ranging and form a new all-time high in the next coming weeks. Or are we doomed, guys? We're going to form a lower high in the resistance zone that is going to be mentioned in this live stream. And we're going to roll down, guys. And this is it, guys. We're going below 90K and even to lower levels. We'll be discussing the lower time frame technical analysis here for the price of Bitcoin. Smash up that like button. Let's say hello to the beautiful community. I've got some news that I want to discuss as well today. Taking a look at the altcoins, the total 3 market cap, the dollar index. We are going to be basically discussing why we are still bullish, guys. We are still bullish entering into 2025. The dips are major opportunities. When we do take a look at Ethereum and the rally that we had throughout the last few weeks, guys, not to worry, guys, not to worry. I'm going to discuss here on the technical analysis on Ethereum after Bitcoin why all-time high is extremely likely in the next coming weeks based on the analysis. Okay, let me go quickly through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community. I have a bunch of altcoins, swing trades that are in the red. However, I do expect these ones to recover. These are a 4-3x leverage. All right, I'm gonna be discussing a little bit of my strategy based on the swing longs, and of course all of those spot bags that we bought. All right, still in profits, a lot of them, of course, because we've been buying in November. We were very much aware of not buying the pump that we had in November, right? Be careful buying at the highs. So many coins have been getting a major pullback after that November pump, right? Constellation DAG, Fowler Network, right? All of them are getting a major pullback throughout the last 2 weeks, right? now it's where it's looking very interesting. I'll be explaining a little bit of the strategy here on a few altcoins, and I will be taking a look at your favorite altcoin as well. Okay, legends? So make sure to stay tuned. Smash up the like button. We'll be discussing the price of Bitcoin most importantly. And let's go quickly through the comment section. Say hello to everybody. Murat, hello. This time I catch the live stream, like number 11. Murat C, how are you doing, my man? Jordan, oi, how are you? Dario Capde, vamos. Hey, Andy, Acropolis rebranding to Kaon, but will be delisted of Binance and Bybit. Did you sell your bags? Should I be concerned? Frederick, I'm holding the bags of Acropolis. It is an extremely small amount of my portfolio, something like 0.2 or 0.3%. I just put a very small amount a few months ago on Acropolis. We got the delisting and rebranding. I would consider this a major opportunity, right? When you get a coin delisted, right? That is the moment that you get the major dump. Then it rebrands. It finds a bottom formation. We could actually discuss Acropolis, all right? PRQ was one of them that we were buying, guys, just a couple of weeks back, all right? Doing extremely well. What I'm concerned about is 𝗓𝗇 Network, right? Not concerned. We're just holding those bags. You know, I was in insane profits throughout 𝗓𝗇 Network, also throughout, ICP, because this is coming close to the buying zone. And I have to say that this is just a pullback, right? Three-wave structure that is coming back to the, very close to the buying zone. I haven't sold any 𝗓𝗇 Network, any ICP. I had some massive profits on ICP. It's coming down. Just going to hold on, guys, because we've basically bought at very good levels. So worst case scenario is that you get to break even for a few weeks, and then, we're looking for that recovery. So this is why I'm actually looking at this as a great buying opportunity throughout many different altcoins. According to someone here in the comment section, Acropolis is getting is rebranding. We've got a major collapse on Acropolis, and I like to compare this to Waves, right? Waves, anybody that's not aware, is another cryptocurrency that got delisted a few months ago on Bybit, and it actually dropped to the bear market lows. And this is kind of what's happening right now with Acropolis, right? You've got a major delisting, right, and rebranding, and you got a major collapse, which is coming down here to the bear market lows. Now, I do expect Acropolis to bottom out in this range, all right? I'm gonna say that this is very likely going to be a great buying opportunity. Okay, this project is not dead. It's going to rebrand. It got delisted from Binance. Every time that you get delisted from Binance, just like Waves, when we do take a look at Waves here, it got a major dump. Look at this. This was exactly when Waves got delisted in June of this year. Delisted, bang, get to the bear market lows. This is when the price was getting a bit choppy to the downside, but started to go sideways, right? When you go sideways like this, after such a major collapse, dipping down beneath the bear market lows, my goodness, well, eventually this was a great buying zone, great accumulation zone. You cannot detect the good buying opportunity till you actually start ranging for a few weeks, okay? As you start ranging for a few weeks here, in the case of Waves, major recovery. This did a 2.5, almost a 3x from this consolidation area at the $1. Of course, it's getting that pullback, such as, many other cryptocurrencies now throughout the last 2 weeks, right? So when we consider this scenario, right, this kind of strategy on Acropolis, delisted from Binance, this is a very small cap cryptocurrency, okay? So there is risk with no doubt. Back to the bear market lows, just dipping beneath it. Consolidation here in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a great buying zone because all the selling pressure, all the FUD, right? Delisted from Binance, this, that, the other. Consolidation in this range. We'll be taking a look at Acropolis throughout the coming weeks and analyze if the selling pressure has exhausted, because then is where we want to buy, right? Then you buy at a great level, and then once the pop happens, whatever the price does later on, it doesn't matter. You got an insane buying zone here. So we'll be discussing Acropolis throughout the next coming weeks. Let's dive in here through the price of Bitcoin. Should we be worried? We're going to take a look at Bitcoin right away, guys. After going quickly through the comment section, say hello to the beautiful community. Andy, gracias por el excelente trabajo, says John Smith. Saludos desde Melbourne, Australia. Hello, my man, John Smith. Yesterday's crash wrecked me. I am also in the red on some swing trades, guys. These are, this is low leverage. Okay, this was in the profit the last week. Now it's slightly in the red. Low leverage, low capital. We'll be ready to add to the position. I will be explaining here the strategy on some swing trades on some altcoins. But overall, what is most important is Bitcoin eventually, right? We need to focus on Bitcoin, and it's actually getting a little bit of a dumpy action at the moment. So we're going to discuss Bitcoin, and then we'll go through some altcoins, trying to detect to see, hey, are we in a good buying zone? Should I be buying here, accumulating here? Should I get into a swing long position for the next coming weeks? We'll be discussing that, okay, guys, in the next coming minutes. Okay, first of all, Bitcoin. If it not pumps today, I will call the crypto police, says PM. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Spot bags taking a little bit of a hit regarding profits. Okay, I was very happy with the profits. We are continuing to the downside. It looks like that this dump is never going to end, right? Altcoins getting absolutely wrecked. This is why it's extremely important, guys, regarding, altcoin accumulation on different cryptos, right? Constellation DAG, 𝗬𝗏 network. We were discussing this throughout, October and November. The time is now, right? And then we get lots of people asking about cryptocurrency throughout the beginning of December, saying, oh my goodness, everything's pumping. I got friends sending me DMs throughout the last couple of weeks, and that's a clear sign that we are going to get a pullback, right? It's like, hey, you're FOMOing right now. And basically, we do not want to do that. We do not want to buy the pumps, right? Constellation DAG, 𝗬𝗏 network, right? We're buying at the 10-11 cent level on 𝗬𝗏 network. Right now, 𝗬𝗏 network is coming very close to our entry zone, right? Between 10 and 11 cents. But that means that, hey, we haven't bought at 19 cents, at 18 cents, right? This is why we're very much aware of this throughout the last couple of weeks, guys. We are not buying regarding spot with this pump that we've had throughout November, right? We have been buying already regarding spot at very good bottom formations, right? This is regarding spot. Then regarding swing leverage trades, we're going to talk about, okay, some strategies here throughout this live stream. But regarding spot, interest is going down as well. Hey, we're very much protected for all of those legit followers from the last few months. We've been buying at very, very low levels, right? Even Constellation DAG is at over a 2x still at the moment from the buying zone. Constellation DAG, we were talking about it around about the 2.6, 2.8 cent zone on average to say, this is an accumulation, right? So with this dip, yeah, we're still in very much good profits. Some other ones are not that much in profit, such as 𝗬𝗏 network, right? Very small profits. ICP as well. Avalanche still doing pretty good. But I'll be discussing Avalanche. Obviously, Avalanche, the accumulation zone was in between $28, $30 before we got this pop. But it's still in the green, right? I'll be explaining a little bit of the strategy here regarding swing trades throughout multiple altcoins and your favorite altcoin as well, okay? First of all, Bitcoin technical analysis. As we get a lot of people joining the stream, guys, make sure as you're joining in, we haven't started with the Bitcoin TA just yet, all right? We're going to be doing a little bit of Elliott wave theory and confluence levels. Mentioned what was talked about yesterday because we talked about some major levels that got sliced through. Of course, you have that risk when you do have the news coming out, right? We had the news coming out. We had interest rate decision yesterday. We had the Federal Reserve press conference, okay, the Fed press conference as well, and the stock market taking a huge, massive hit, a big one. So eventually, as we get this news coming out, we really want to be a little bit cautious. We did have some levels that could have maintained as support. However, they were sliced through, guys. Of course, with the news yesterday, if the news is bearish, if stock market is bearish, these levels are basically not going to be doing much, okay? So we got this major collapse throughout the last 24 hours, finding a bit of support here from this ascending channel support zone, and we'll be discussing here the waves, the analysis, and what would be bullish for the price of Bitcoin, what would be a clear sign that the downtrend is not going to continue, all right? And that is hitting a specific level that we do have here that will invalidate the possibility of the price continuing an impulsive move down, okay? Very similar to the analysis that we did once we got this major collapse. When we got this move to the upside, breaking certain levels, all right? A three-wave structure, retracing too much for a wave 4, right? Here's where we realized that we are going to be ranging and that all-time high is going to be hit, which it did, right? So we very much understood after this movement that happened, all right? This was round about 2 weeks ago, right? When we had that major flash crash. We understood after this pump to the upside, guys, we are going to be ranging, right? For several days, and all-time highs are going to be hit again with high probability, okay? So that is basically what's happened. And what I want to explain here is something very similar. However, if we take out this low right over here, that is the moment that I would be a little bit worried, guys, okay? I would expect a major bounce. However, I would expect continuation to the downside. And I will be explaining that throughout this live stream, okay? The Bitcoin technical analysis. So if we do defend the lows, right? If we do defend these lows and we manage to hit certain levels in the next coming hours, it's going to be bullish. It's going to be rangy. We could take out later the low, or we could be ranging. I will be explaining that all-time high will likely to be hit once we hit this level. That is if we do not take out the lows. For the moment, Bitcoin is dropping, so should we be worried? Well, I'll be starting to be worried once we take out that low, okay? I would be expecting a nice rally, of course. You're going to get a lot of people bullish once this happens. However, if we do take out this high, right, we're always taking a look at the local range. It's going to be a very good sign, okay, of range continuation, or either taking out the low one more time and then looking for all-time high. So I want you to pay attention, because the next coming, 20 minutes, I'm going to try and keep this short, are going to be crucial for you to understand. Are we going to be bearish for the next coming days and continue to the downside, or are we going to be bullish? There's two levels that is going to give us that information, and I'm going to explain that throughout this live stream. We hit this certain level that I'm going to mention in the live stream. It's going to be looking good for the next coming days. We're likely going to be a little bit rangy, but it will be looking very bullish to claim new all-time highs, because the bearish case scenario will be invalidated. However, if we come back down and test the lows at $98,600, this is the moment that I will look at this as a first initial impulsive move to the downside. And of course, after an impulsive move, either in a one wave or an A wave, we are looking for a bounce to form a lower high and continue to the downside. Two levels is going to give us that information that might be hit today or in between today and tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned. Right away, we'll be talking about the confluence zones as well, just to take into consideration. Let's dive in right away. Hello, everybody. Make sure to destroy the like button. Right away, I can see Aditya here in the comment section giving power. Moderator, always giving power here. Smash up the like button. Being buy or sell. Morning, Jafar. How are you doing? Let's go right away. 103,500. The level to be hit. Is it to invalidate the bearish case scenario? Check out Velo, Andy. We'll be taking a look at your favorite altcoin. Shorting alts on this weak bounce is free money. They just don't bounce hard and nuke everything. BTC drops 1%. That is totally correct, okay? You're trying to look for a bounce to short bit altcoins, and they just have small little bounce and continue to make lower lows. But reversal, like button destroyed, says Rao. Thank you very much. Buen dia, Andy, says Jose Lovera. Let's see how many likes we do have, and we'll crack on through the lower time frame Bitcoin technical analysis, guys. We really just need to focus, okay? We really just need to focus, legends, on what kind of drop we have created here, right, throughout the last few days. All of the information that is going to give us, right, that the price is going to give us, we only need this information, all right? We are very choppy, ascending channel, right? Now the question is, hey, will we, finally continue the uptrend here, this ascending channel, or is this very exhaustive, right? There's a lot of speculation. There are actually a lot of people quite bearish. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask here in the community, we're going to be just analyzing this local drop. It's enough for the information for the levels that I need. Once they are hit, I will know what is the highest probability next move, okay? And I'm going to explain this throughout this stream, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. But I want to know, all right, strong support at the bottom of that channel. Absolutely. It is without a doubt strong support. We are following higher low momentum here. So, the structure is not broken. However, it's going to be looking very interesting. Without a doubt, I would be interested in a long position on Bitcoin if we hit certain levels. I will be explaining why, guys. Double bottom coming. Yes, somebody already in the comment section, JB, saying the possible double bottom on the cards right there. I can see 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽 in the comment section. Shout out to you, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽. 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽 in the comment section. Here he is, the absolute legend, guys. Make sure to go and check out 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽. He is a coach in the Legends trading community. He's a legend, all right? If you want to learn technical analysis, market structure, different strategies, you need to go and check out 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽. He is here in the comment section. Make sure to check him out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get great information right over there. He's also a coach in the Legends trading community. Absolute legend. Anyway, I want to know. I need to ask this poll, guys, before we focus on Bitcoin, because there is certain levels. This is going to be looking quite interesting. This drop to the downside. We're going to be taking a look at CBD. How we are moving down quite fast throughout the last 10-15 minutes. But first of all, let's do the poll, guys. There is time, okay? There is time. The levels that I want to talk about are still, not extremely far away. We're not extremely far away, especially the ones here to the downside. But I'll be explaining in detail, if this level is hit, we are bullish. If this level is hit, I do think that we are going to go to lower levels, and I will consider the swing long positions on altcoins. I might deleverage a little bit, okay, because it's going to be looking very interesting. There will be a bounce eventually, of course. This will not be the moment that I'll be bearish and panicking, because I am expecting a bounce. Okay, so there is a long setup if we were to claim those lows again. However, it will be looking bearish for the next coming days, despite the bounce that happens. Okay, this bounce I think will not be sustainable. We'll be going through that, guys. All right, through the next coming minutes. First of all, I want to ask the poll: are you bearish on Bitcoin? Okay, for the next coming weeks, are you bearish on Bitcoin/crypto, right, for the coming weeks? Maybe a best question would be, is the top in for Bitcoin, right? Are you bearish on Bitcoin and crypto for the coming weeks? Let me know, yes or no, guys. And it will be interesting to see your opinion, right? This is it. This is the top. We're getting bearish momentum. Stock market collapsing. Crypto, Bitcoin, extremely correlated with the stock market. We like it or not, guys. If the stock market takes a fart, okay, then we can see that Bitcoin and crypto follow, right? And this is very concerning, without a doubt. This massive bullish trend, and the stock market already surpassed the cup and handle, right? The cup and handle target that we did form throughout the last few years. Extremely parabolic. It does make you think, if stock market collapses in 2025, bull run could get cancelled. Bull run could get cancelled if we start seeing a major collapse on stock market in entering into 2025. It's just it's a no-brainer. Bitcoin and crypto is extremely correlated, and what we do see is the dollar index gaining strength. The dollar gaining strength, guys. Eventually, right, dollar getting strong, people want to hold dollars, right? So anyway, let's go right away through. I think the recession officially kicked off yesterday. The recession officially kicked off yesterday. Someone is saying here in the comment section. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so just yet because of yesterday's dump. When we do take a look at the stock market, right, and we zoom out, we've had bigger drops throughout the last few months. Okay, one here in July, also August, right? We did see August, 5th of August, a major collapse, also because of the Japanese interest rates going up. This recovered very nicely. So when we zoom out, this is kind of a pullback, right? You know, these corrections seem like they're a big fat nothing burger, right? And we're just going to bottom out here and recover back in the next coming weeks. Remember that Donald Trump is not president just yet, and he is going to save the economy. He is going to save the US and the world, right? So that is kind of bullish, right? We got hope with Donald Trump entering into the White House, right, being the president, and you know there is hope that no recession is going to be kicking in, right? When TA? That is a very good question, right? When TA? Let's go through the technical analysis and stop talking right now. We got the people on the live stream, almost 1,000 people, guys. Let's destroy that like button all together, and let's get to above 300 likes in the next coming seconds, and we'll crack on with the Bitcoin technical analysis, okay? Then we could jump into some altcoins. Are we worried, right? Spot bags are not doing too great. They're still in profits from all of those spot bags. You know, we haven't been buying spot the last few weeks, okay? We've been buying throughout September, October, right? And the beginning stages of November. Once we were getting the pumps, no more buying, guys. And this is why we don't buy the hype and the pumps, because look at this pullback that we're getting right now, right? The price is coming close to our entry zone, so we are very much almost risk-free, right? The people that have been buying throughout the last couple of weeks, you know, they're going to be in doubt a little bit, right? They're going to be in the red, they're going to be a bit in doubt, but not to worry. We are in a very good position. We're just riding this drop to the downside very, very nicely. So let's crack on. We don't hear, Andy, we don't hope here. We do TA. That is correct, okay? So let's talk about this latest drop, okay? That like button is lagging behind, legends. I need that like button to get above 300, almost above 300 now, almost getting to 300, so we can crack on through the Bitcoin technical analysis. And we're going to keep it very simple here, legends, okay? We just need the information of this drop, right? Because what I want to know about this drop is this bearish? And we are going to continue to the downside, all right? Or is it actually part of a corrective structure, and we're going to be hitting all-time highs again in the coming weeks? Potentially tonight, we will know about that, okay? With this drop, it doesn't look too convincing. I need this low to maintain, all right? And not be hit. I do not want this low to be hit. With the drop that we had yesterday, we had some big volume, okay? Big volume right there with this drop, okay? We were talking about some different scenarios here on the lower time frame. However, with the drop, we've talked about some support levels here, double bottom. There's nothing of that happened, right? We were speculating on, hey, if we do get a reaction here at the lows and get back above, we can consider this a 5-wave move down, and we're looking for a bounce, all right, a short-term bounce. However, we sliced through here this level with the news, all right. So yesterday was a difficult analysis, you know, our levels to maintain our support based on the drop, and we just collapsed, okay. As we just collapsed yesterday, we got some new data. We got some new data here on the chart. So what we want to understand is, okay, all-time high. I only need this structure to realize what could happen next, all right? We ain't going to zoom out the last few weeks. This drop will give me all of the information based on Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci levels, okay? Because most commonly, in a wave 3 is where you have the highest amount of volume and the most aggressive move down, all right? When we see all-time high, we can see that movement down, a nice bounce. There is a possibility in counting this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got an extensive 5th wave. It's very uncommon, all right? So we would have to look at this as a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 as we were looking yesterday, but the wave 3 has continued to the downside as it has the highest amount of volume. So all of this is still a wave 3. to the downside. Why? Because we have the highest amount of volume on wave threes, and the highest amount of volume did come later after this drop that we did have, all right, in between Tuesday and Wednesday. So all of this is still very much an impulsive move down. Now with this move to the upside, we have retraced to a common target zone of a wave 4, right? What we are speculating here since all-time high is that possibility of this being a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. If we get that fifth wave, if we claim these lows one more time, if we claim the lows one more time, and it looks like the price is moving down very aggressively, all right, I am going to be very concerned of this being a corrective structure, right? There will be no way that I could count this as a correction and that we're going to hit all-time high. We could hit all-time high, then form an ABC, well, no, not even an ABC flat, okay? Because an ABC flat, in the A wave, you want a 3-wave move down, okay? Not a 5-wave move down. So if those lows are claimed in the next coming hours, guys, it's not going to be a good sign for the next coming days. However, I would be expecting a bounce, and what we are looking for here is the strongest levels of support to speculate on that bounce if we were to take out the low, because we're looking for a recovery to get back above the highs of today. This is a classic type of move that happens on Bitcoin, so we are going to be ready to kind of catch the falling knife, right? In a nutshell, right? Do we, but we need to react, responsibly on that movement, right? We want to act responsibly. We don't want to really go against the train, because if you go against the train based on yesterday's analysis, right, as we were having the news, stock market collapsing, you do not want to fight a major downtrend, okay? Don't expect a bounce. Don't fight the falling knife. Don't do it, because it's just going to go against you until you find, a big major support level and you start reversing. Then you can look for a, jump into the trade. I mean, this was a swing failure pattern from these higher lows right there. And you're also hitting the golden pocket. 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗏 was pointing this out in the Legends trading community. Golden pocket from these lows, right, to the highs with these higher lows, right, SFP. And you're basically not longing the drop. You're longing once you're bouncing, right? Once you're getting that bounce and you're getting above the level, that's when you're longing and you're putting your stop loss at the low, okay? Not against the price action, right? You don't want to long as you're dropping, because, price is going to go against you pretty fast. So this comes with a theory that I'm going to explain right away, guys, okay? 330 likes, absolutely epic. We can get to 400 legends. This is epic. Like button is increasing. Absolute legends. So I'm going to a little bit explain this scenario, okay? I'll be explaining this scenario. Eventually, yesterday, guys, we crossed through the major support levels because we had the news, right? Big news yesterday, interest rate, FOMC. And we did not reverse. We did not maintain our support. We didn't get back above the support levels, and we were just breaking down. So as we break down, we're just not interested in fighting the trend, right? In this case, if we're looking for longs, right? In this case. So this is the same reason. If we break down from this low, all right, there's going to be certain levels to react to, or basically get back above this level, and then we can consider a reversal to come back up to today's highs. But it's very important to understand how to trade it, because yes, we could fall down from here, all right? We could fall down, and as long as the price action maintains beneath this level, unless we got a specific zone here, naked point of control or something, we'll be discussing that right away. We are not going to long here the falling knife. We need the recovery back that low, above that low, which is going to potentially confirm us, okay, a fifth wave, and we're looking for that zigzag, right, recovery, dead cat bounce kind of scenario to have a major move to the upside, right, to sweep up the highs of today, or even, at a bare minimum, look for the 50% Fibonacci, okay, retracement from these highs to the lows, right? So in a nutshell, what I would want to see here for a long setup, all right, is I don't want to be scared on the drop. I don't want to be scared here. This is where you get the major opportunities if you know how to trade them, right? You want to get into these bounces. However, we need to detect those kind of bounces, right? As long as price action is beneath this low, I will be not interested in speculating on that bounce, right? This could really collapse down to much lower levels. I want to see the price hitting the low right there and recovering back above. Then I can speculate on that long setup as we recover from this low with stop loss after the major wick. And I would be interested in that recovery above these highs of today. Now, this is going to be a little bit bearish for the next coming days. Despite of us, getting a bounce, this is going to be bearish because I will see this as an impulse, which can be counted as a one wave or an A wave, meaning that you're looking for a possible lower high here in this area to then collapse back down. Of course, we'll be going through the different scenarios if this were to happen. We're not going to speculate on every single wave that could happen in the next coming week because we need to, first of all, we need to see this. Once the price does this, then we'll analyze this local situation. But that would be a, one scenario. If this low is taken in the coming hours, I am expecting a bounce. So what I want to see is low taken and price recovering above this low. That low is going to be my stop loss, and I would be expecting that bounce back above $103,000, right, approximately, which is going to be the target zone of this day trade. This is a move of $3,000-$4,000. We can make some significant gains on that move. So about this fifth wave, right, what about if the price does continue to the downside? I mean, what is interesting about this move, right, when you speculate on this wave 2, for this wave 4, let me just see the anchored VWAP from the highs here, from the all-time highs. Front running the anchored VWAP ever so slightly. It would have been nice for a spec. We did locally double top here from today's price action, this choppiness, right? We did create a little bit of a double top. Not easy for a short, I have to say. Not easy, but acceptable to take. Where we did reject also regarding Fibonacci from this wave, speculative wave 2, right, to the lows, basically 382, 50%, which is common for that fourth wave. Anyway, let's go with this scenario, guys, because we might be getting this on stream. For the moment, we are actually waterfalling throughout the last 15-20 minutes, and those lows could be taken. I am expecting eventually a bounce. Okay, this is a great double bottom zone. It's a great double bottom zone because we have the higher low support from the channel. A lot of volatility on Coinbase and other platforms on spot. We didn't actually come down to this low. We actually just wicked below this low. And, we're maintaining support, this higher low support trend, right? This from this channel. This is the kind of moment we want to be very cautious, I have to say. This is the classic exhaustion zone where the price could collapse down. Huh? The price could collapse down. So we want to be very, very cautious regarding this trading setup. All right, I'm going to explain in detail what we want to see on this move to trade it. Let's get, first of all, the session volume profile, because I want to try and look for, if we do have some naked point of control, any weekly levels. Yeah, no, daily level is very, very low. I wouldn't, that daily level is interesting without a doubt. Okay, let's go right away here. We've got a daily level at 96,672. Untapped daily level. I mean, this would be a very aggressive wave 5, I have to say. It would be extremely aggressive if we do not, right? And hang on a second, I just want to take a look at the volume here. Fixed volume profile from this entire range. Yeah, what is interesting here on Bitcoin, from this uptrend momentum of the last few weeks, right, part of November, December, the highest volume node, and we can confirm that also looking at Bitcoin on Coinbase, for example, right, the biggest spot, biggest exchange in the US, for example. We can analyze here this range as well to see if we have that extremely high volume node also right over there. Yeah, that's basically where we almost bounced. So yeah, big high volume node here from the range of the last few weeks on Bitcoin, not only on Bybit, also on Coinbase, right? So the highest volume node between November and December, which we almost tapped here after the drop here, okay, at $98,000. This is a huge level of support. This is a point of control from a major multi-week range. The double bottom is without a doubt on the cards, guys. This could be an epic trade bounce, okay? I would be expecting a major bounce from this level. Regarding the best setup would be a double bottom. You know, I have to be clear here. You got that huge point of control from the last few weeks, and if you do see this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you are looking for this impulse to finish right from all-time high and get an epic bounce and start getting people very bullish again. I will be very concerned about this move, guys. This is going to be the moment that I will be in doubt on this bounce. Okay, I will not be too. I'm going to be the kind of guy that, you know, this bounce is, you know, could be a fake pump. Really, guys. You know, this does not look corrective. As soon as we take that low, if we do so, this movement down, you know, not like this one right over here, right? This was a move down that we mentioned the first week of December, and we were very much cautious on the bounce, and we were saying, look, guys, if we do bounce very high here, getting above the 618 Fibonacci, this is going to range and we're going to take all-time high. Okay, we're very much confident after this pump saying that, hey guys, we're going to be ranging and all-time highs are going to be hit again, which it did, right, after many days. And we will talk about that scenario as well, because if we do not take the low, which, you know, it doesn't look like, we need to form a higher low now and get a bounce, then it's going to be looking bullish for the next coming days. Range, right? Or even maybe taking out the low and then up. But coming up to this zone is going to be bullish, just like coming up to this zone after this major drop was actually bullish. Even though the price came down a bit, ranging, we actually claimed all-time high again. So I'll be explaining this scenario right over here as well. What is that level that we need to hit before taking the lows, which doesn't look like it at the moment. The price of Bitcoin is just dropping down, and if we take this low, you know, I'm expecting the price of Bitcoin to be bearish for the next coming days, but I'm expecting a bounce. Okay, so obviously with this movement down, I'm not interested in shorting right now unless you shorted from higher or the last few days. Right now with this drop, I'm not interested in shorting. So I would be interested in a long position based on, okay, the market moves in waves. What I'm interested here is looking for the wave up, and I might be interested in a short position depending on the reaction at certain levels, but this is something that we'll be discussing throughout tomorrow or the next coming days. We still don't know if we're going to hold here and we're not going to slide through. So talking about this scenario, guys, we do have the point of control of the last few weeks. Massive high volume node on Bybit and on Coinbase as well, right? We almost hit it on Coinbase, but we did not. So the potential of a double bottom here is extremely high. I mean, this is a solid high volume node. This could break through and slice through, okay? This could slice through the level and drop a few $1,000s. But it's a level that we could have a trading plan. And that trading plan applies as explained just a few minutes ago. I think that getting into a long on the point of control, you know, could be an option as well, okay? There's two levels and there's two ways in managing risk here. As mentioned, if we are looking for a finished impulsive move after an impulse, after a 5-wave move down, you are expecting some kind of bounce in the next coming days, regardless, okay? So regardless if it's going to be bearish later on and this is going to be a bearish sign, you know, I'm expecting an intraday bounce, right? In between today and tomorrow, if those lows are taken, which looks like they could be taken on stream. but we'll be analyzing if we can hold support here. If we consolidate here, this might even be a long. Okay, this might even be a long if we do maintain ground for the next 30 minutes or so, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Okay, we'll be going through the lower time frames. If we are forming bullish CVD divergence, which we are forming bullish CVDs here. We want to maintain a bit of ground here. If we do so, this could be a higher low. And it will not be easy. I will remain a little bit patient. There could be some massive absorption going on here. A lot of people bearish, shorting here at the low. We consolidate for 30 minute, 1 hour, and then bang, we get the bounce back up based on the bullish CVDs. Because there's people shorting the market right now. There is lots of shorts entering right now as we speak. On Bybit, 24 million, last 30 minutes, 17 million now. And there's lots of shorts entering here, expecting that low to be taken. If we get a bit of a consolidation in this zone throughout the next 30 minutes, 1 hour, guys, there could be a possibility that we're going to bounce. Okay, but we'll be discussing that. If we just slice through, then off we go to the lows. Yeah, let's the trading scenario here. If we continue collapsing down, legends, oh my goodness, we are collapsing, legends. It's the top is in. Let me take a look at the poll here. I'm nervous, guys. Should we be worried? I am worried. Are you bearish on Bitcoin crypto for the coming weeks? I'm gonna say no. Woo! We got a 50-50 out of almost 800 votes here. There's a lot of people bearish for the coming weeks. My goodness, some people are calling recession already, officially from yesterday. Donald Trump to come into the White House, guys, saving the markets. You know, there's a very interesting poll right there. It's a 50-50. Some people are bullish, some people are bearish, almost a 50. It's scary, but I think we will bounce back up, says Ed, absolute legend. Yeah, let's see how we react here. There is a lot of people shorting, guys, throughout multiple exchanges throughout the last 30 minutes. Mucho gente, corto. Mucho gente getting into shorts, guys. We're getting lower lows on CVD. And lots of people shorting right now the last 30 minutes to 1 hour. And if we get a bit of a consolidation here, I have to say this will be looking quite bullish for a significant bounce. Okay, if the market makers stop the shorts here and starts going sideways, and we're looking for some local double bottoms on, and this is like aggressive scalping, guys. If we do find absorption here, and the best way to identify absorption is basically going sideways for the next 30 minutes. If we start getting some choppiness here in the next 30 minutes and we're not pushing down to the lows, you know, we could definitely bounce from this area. All right, so let's see if the price maintains ground here, because instead of looking for the lows and the long trades down here, we might jump into a long here because we're maintaining ground. We're getting absorption from all of those epic shorts entering the market now. They're entering shorts, and all of these short liquidations, we know where they are sitting, guys. We know where they are. They are in this area from all of these big shorts entering here. So if we consolidate here in the next 30 minutes, very much interested in a long position. But as we know, we need to see proof of support, right? We need to see sideways momentum. We need to see this train stopping. This train needs to stop. If it does not stop, we're looking for the lows. Okay, so the scenario here, all right, and that daily is an old daily level. It's not doing much. It's not doing anything. So we can get some levels from the last few days that have been absolutely sliced out of the way, right? Old levels, we get them off the charts. We don't need them. So yeah, basically, if we do not maintain ground here, we're looking at the lows from last night or early this morning, right? Depending on where you are. This is where it's going to be interesting, okay? We might jump here into live trade on Bitcoin if those lows are taken. And if we do get a reaction bounce, okay? If we get a reaction bounce I'm interested in longing as long as the price action gets above this low. Okay, but I want to see a nice, a nice move up, little retracement. I'll be looking to jump into a trade here, manage risk, because the recovery can be pretty nice back up to the highs. Okay, so that's one scenario that I'm looking at, keeping it simple. Sweep up the lows again from yesterday or early this morning. Look for the recovery back up to these highs. If we slice down, we can consider the point of control of the range. And let's mark this level here. Point of control of the range of the last few weeks. It's slightly higher on Coinbase, all right? Let's put this as a naked point of, point of control of the range, and we're going to put a thick one right there on the style, because this is actually the point of control of range, right? November, December, let's arguably discuss. Point of control November, December. Right over here. We can consider this as a potential reaction zone. If we are speculating here on the lower time frames on that fifth wave, we are looking for some kind of a bounce here in the next 24 hours to sweep up the highs, very likely. Okay, which would be the take profit zone. If we do not react, if you want to catch the ultimate bottom, we're not reacting at the lows here from early this morning, I would be looking at 98,100, which is that point of control from the entire range. It is also on Coinbase, ever so slightly higher, but get beneath that level, and I would use this as a guideline. What do I mean by use it as a guideline? Well, as we're beneath the level, there is nothing to do, guys. We're just collapsing and we're going to lower levels. But if we do get that hit there, recovery, I would speculate on a scalp long, right? And basically a day trade long position to look for the price to recover in the next coming days, back up, just a nice little bounce, just because we will see this as a potential end of a 5-wave move down. Now, the fifth wave does not need to create a double bottom here, all right? The fifth wave can slice down a few $1,000s. We're just looking at this zone as a guideline, right? We're beneath it, we're not interested. The moment we get above it, we can manage risk with stop loss beneath that low created, right? Give or take a bit of room. However, if we slice through this level, I mean, I'm still looking at this as, hey, this cannot move down like this without a major bounce, and this should be the moment where it needs to happen. What I do not know is which is the levels that are going to react, and there is a few. So as the price action is beneath that level, I'm not interested. I'm looking at the next level of confluence. If we were to slice down below $98,000, the only level that I do have here, me on the chart, to look for that significant bounce is the daily. Is the daily level. It might be value area low. I don't think it's value area low of this range. Yeah, no. The daily level would be the level that I would be paying attention. I mean, there might be a high volume node from this consolidation. Yeah, ever so slightly the daily above the daily. Daily is the level that I'm looking at if we slice through. On tap daily level, we love daily levels. They do get reaction, right? You had a daily right there. You got a reaction. You got a major pullback. So the daily level is going to be the level where I would be interested in that bounce, okay? If we slice through all of these levels, 96,672. It's just getting some plans ready here, guys, okay? We're looking for that bounce regardless. Now, maybe we're not taking out any of these lows, and I have to say, this is a bit of an aggressive long. I would want to see a little bit of choppiness, to be honest. But we are forming incredibly, massive bullish CVDs, guys. The shorts that are entering the market now throughout the last hour is absolutely insane. The shorts that are entering right now in the last 30 minutes to 1 hour is pretty powerful, right? Lots of shorts entering with this drop, and that is big fuel to get a pretty nice bounce. For the moment, We're getting a small reaction here. We're getting a small little bounce. I want to see a little bit of choppiness here. If we claim the low again, get a bounce. Boom, boom, boom. Claim the low again, get a bounce. And we're forming a little range here in the next 30 minutes. This is going to be looking pretty damn good. This is a massive absorption. Big money market makers are stopping the price here. And I would be looking for that reversal bounce back up to today's highs. So it's going to be looking very interesting. Let's see how we maintain this zone. If we do so, if we just form little bounces back down, little bounces back down, then we're looking for the lows to be claimed. Okay, so let's see how price develops in the next 30 minutes on Bitcoin. So that is the scenario. Now, if this, I mean, for the bounce, okay, this would be bearish for the next coming days, guys. Regardless, hitting this low and getting the bounce, or hitting the daily and getting the bounce, this movement down will be the confirmation of more bearishness, in my opinion, in the next coming days after the bounce. I would be looking for a lower high formation and very likely continuation to the downside, entering into 2025, right? Possibly. So it's going to be a little bit of a bearish move. Now let's just imagine that with the lows are not claimed, that we do get that bounce. Okay, let's just imagine that the price manages to consolidate and gets the bounce, okay, and it comes all the way up here, gets above this pivot. The level that is going to confirm that we will be hitting all-time highs in the coming days, all right, from this bearish case, is basically hitting the golden pocket. From this pivot wave 2 to the end of the wave 3, if we do hit the golden pocket, this will invalidate the impulsive move, and we will be looking at a larger range to form in the coming days and then hit all-time high at some point. Very similar to what happened a few days ago, okay? Very similar to what happened a few days ago, which was basically looking at that movement down here. Once we got that bounce, we very much understood that this was no longer impulsive and we were going to form a larger complex corrective move, and that all-time highs were going to be hit again. It doesn't look like we don't have much hope right now, because we're just about to take those lows from yesterday or early this morning. So the hope is very low at the moment. Hope is very low, but interested in the bounce regardless, right? Interested in that long trade bounce with the strategy that I mentioned. Okay, so overall, if we take out the golden pocket from this pivot high, wave 2 to the pivot low, and we hit $104,000, this will invalidate the bearish case scenario to get continuation down, and I'll be looking for the range here to continue and then hit all-time high in the next coming days. If that were to happen, we'll be analyzing that throughout tomorrow and after tomorrow, guys. Remember, if you are interested in trading, I got a special deal especially for all of those people that do not want to trade on, cannot trade on Bybit basically, or any other these other exchanges. Weeks has a great bonus, guys, of $20,000 just with an email and a password. You can trade hundreds of altcoins, and Bluffin also has that deal. Okay, they have a great deal up to $100,000 deposit bonus. You just need an email and a password to sign up here anywhere in the world, right? And you can trade Bitcoin and multiple cryptos, all right, throughout the links down below in the description. Take advantage of those bonuses, guys. I know a lot of people want those exchanges where you just need an email and a password to sign up, and these are extremely legit platforms, guys. Check out Weeks with a great bonus, and also Bluffin is another great alternative, all right, to some other exchanges. So we are moving down, small little bounce, continuing to the downside. Let's see if we range here for a little bit, and that's going to be looking very interesting. Okay, so those are the levels of interest. If we manage to bounce here without taking out this low, I mean, if we range for the next 30 minutes, I would be actually interested in a long position here. Okay, just because of the amount of bullish CVD divergence that we have, but we need to see some absorption. Okay, I need to see the selling pressure, all right, getting exhausted, because you got some limit longs getting filled here that are holding the price. Okay, and I would be looking for that recovery. I need a little bit of more price action, a little bit of more absorption here. We will detect that in the next coming minutes. We'll go through some altcoins in a bit. But yeah, the moment this continues for the next 30 minutes, we get a low hit, high hit, low hit again. We're ranging. It's going to be looking good, guys. This will be a absorption of market makers, and the people that are shorting down here, they're going to get punished. All right, this is if we do get that consolidation, right? Once the price drops and we consolidate, as we can see here with that drop that happened early this morning, this is a short-term consolidation, right? Then the price recovers. We're getting some initial signs that, you know, the price is stopping ever so slightly the last 10 minutes. It could be the case, guys. There's lots of shorts entering the market. It's at the 7.8 Fibonacci at the moment. Preferably we don't hit the 0.88. If we consolidate here at the 7.8, pump dump, just very similar to this price action, we could be speculating on absorption, as there's a lot of shorts entering the market throughout the last 30 minutes. Lower lows on CVD, higher lows on price action. This could be a level where it could bounce. Okay, let's see if we do find that proof of support for the next 30 minutes. This is still too soon to jump in. There's no reason to jump in right now and along as we're dropping down. It's just getting a small reaction. Let's remain a little bit patient and see a little bit of a sign of strength, consolidation. Then this could be a pretty good, interesting long. But we need that proof of support, remaining patient. Let's go right away through comment section. All right. Levels have been explained. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, legends. We are dropping down. Oh my goodness. Are we worried? This is the confirmation level, guys, that if we do hit, we will be getting a significant bounce. However, this will not be looking too great for the next coming days on Bitcoin. But I'm interested in buying this dip, all right? I'm interested in getting into a long position, not buying the dip, not regarding spot. We loaded with spot Bitcoin and loaded with different altcoins at a very good entry zone. But regarding long setups, you know, let's see if we do get a bit of a consolidation. This could be a speculative long. And if not, you know, these are the levels explained throughout the stream at the beginning, right? First 30 minutes to 1 hour, guys, right, is where we talk about Bitcoin. Anybody that is new, welcome. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about technical analysis, different invalidation levels, possible scenarios, right, and different trading setups to manage risk. Welcome. Smash up the like button. Almost 500 likes. Absolute legends, guys. 1,600 people watching the stream. Let's go. People are worried. They want to know what the heck is going on. Altcoins, my goodness. I'm in the red on some swing long positions. I'm not adding to the position just yet. I'm remaining patient. I've got a plan. Small positions, all right. In long, in the red right now. Remaining patient, not adding to the position. Depending on what Bitcoin does, we'll exit at a small loss for me, all right. And we'll analyze the different scenarios in the next coming days. Regarding spot bags that we have been buying throughout October, November, still in the green. We've been buying at great levels. Fowler network almost at entry zone. We talked about Fowler network at 10-11 cent zone. The one that is in the green mostly is PRQ, which is almost at a 2x. We're getting some alerts. Tectum. What is this one? Let's take a look at this one. I'll take a look at that later on. But it's an altcoin that's got an alert right there. This is one from Devolt. Oh, coming back to the lows. Coming back to the lows here of the range. So this is where we want to see that reaction. Just about to take out those lows. Tectum needs to. I'll set some more alerts here. If we do manage to get above it. And also if we manage to dip down beneath this low over here. So anyway, this is one that if we do slice, sweep up the lows, get back above, I would be interested in actually accumulating some of this altcoin. PRQ, legends. PRQ is a cryptocurrency that we mentioned just about 2 weeks ago. Just about 2 weeks ago at a buying zone before we got the breakout. Eventually, right now, what is happening with Bitcoin and altcoins, I would say stay away in buying this pump. Stay away. You know, we bought PRQ at this area before the breakout. We were getting the wicks, the choppiness. This is going to break out. We got a great spot buy at this area. This is, without a doubt, guys, not a level to buy. Okay, just like many of the other cryptos that we've been buying at very low levels, right? Such as 𝗏𝗏 Network, Constellation DAG, Kadena. They are still in the profit, but we do not want to buy these pumps, right? Regarding PRQ, for example. Anyway, right. It depends on your definition of altcoin season. Is 500% not enough? 1,000%? What is an altcoin season? Yeah, Kadena. A lot of people are saying Kadena. It's a trap. Is it a bear trap or is it a bull trap? Let me know, because if it is a trap, and I guess it's a bear trap, right? We're moving down. This could definitely be a bear trap, legends. Okay, it could definitely be a trap. My goodness, I was insanely in profits on ICP, and it's getting very close to my entry zone. We've just claimed the lows here. But ICP, this was basically, almost the buying zone that we mentioned, the last couple of months. We were buying ICP. A lot of these different altcoins are coming down to our entry zone, right? $9, $10 ICP. 𝗏𝗏 Network also very, very close, and was in great profits because I put significant chunks here. This was at $120,000, now down $40,000 or just on ICP. 𝗏𝗏 Network, I didn't go too aggressive on 𝗏𝗏 Network. 𝗏𝗏 Network getting the pullback. The $25,000, $33,000 right now, almost coming to break even. But I have to say, 𝗏𝗏 Network, ICP, I think for the bull run in 2025, this is a good reaccumulation pullback. Would be nice to see a little bit of more sideways momentum, guys. When we're getting these major drops, okay, I'm gonna say let's wait patiently. Anybody that wants to rebuy, my entry zones are still at lower levels, but with this aggressive pullback, 𝗏𝗏 Network is an insane project. I do believe that this one will recover very nicely, but we don't want to really accumulate in a falling knife. The best accumulation levels is when you consolidate for a few weeks, right? Or in this case, on this pullback, if we consolidate on 𝗏𝗏 Network in the next coming days, right? Find the selling pressure exhaustion, ready for that reversal. This will be the moment that I will be going on stream and saying, guys, it's time to buy now. I mean, unless we form a V-shaped recovery, which is most of the times unlikely, right? We ain't going to wake up tomorrow morning and we're going to see 𝗏𝗏 Network with a V-shaped recovery. This is unusual to happen throughout multiple altcoins. But, you might get a bounce, then come back down, right? And then the sideways momentum will be the moment that we say, guys, now that the drop has finished and that we are forming sideways momentum, we're getting little bounces, we are getting in, guys. This is the moment that we got in here, but this is a long-term, this is for the bull run, right? So my average price is, around about the 10, 11 cent zone before we got this breakout, coming very close to entry zone, I have to say. I would expect this zone to maintain. I don't think that 𝗏𝗏 Network is going to do this. If not, that would be devastating, right? What a crappy altcoin season, we'd have to say. I don't think that this is going to be the case. So what we want to find out here throughout the next coming days on 𝗏𝗏 Network, ICP, or any other different altcoins, and I'll go through Kadena, my man 𝗕𝗏, because Kadena is another one that we bought at the 60-70 cent zone. I think Kadena has dropped below the $1, maybe. Let's analyze Kadena. But regarding spot buys or even adding to swing long positions, let's remain patient, guys. We're just coming from a major drop. Bitcoin's the leader of the market. So far, so good. Let's get those bullish CVD divergence playing out here. For the moment, it's looking pretty good, guys. If we consolidate here, this is the moment to look for double bottoms, okay? This is the moment that we're looking for the double bottoms. The price has stopped. If we wick down back to the lows, it's going to be looking pretty damn good. right? You're starting to form this kind of price action. If we drop down to the lows, I'm looking for a double bottom here, guys. Why? Massive bullish CVDs. Big selling pressure. There's millions of dollars entering into short positions here throughout the last 1 hour. I mean, it was definitely a scenario that could have happened without taking out that low. And this is actually going to be bullish. If we recover, not an easy long, I have to say. Not an easy long. I mean, I'm going to remain a little bit patient. Let's see if we do get a little bit of a drop here. Would be interested in that double bottom just to manage risk. And then we got a perfect trade if we double bottom, okay? Not FOMOing in, remaining patient. This could easily drop back down to the lows. But the price has stopped this major drop, okay, which is a good sign. Which is already a pretty damn good sign that we've dropped here, this major waterfall. Not easy. I mean, if you are an aggressive trader, I mean, if it V-shape recovers from this level, so be it, I have to say. I don't think that will be the case. But if it were to do so, so be it, right? Not an easy long position as you're waterfalling here. If we roll down from the low, I would be interested in this double bottom. Very similar to what happened this morning, right? You got a major bounce. It came back down to the low, double bottom. And you got big bullish CVD divergence that gives you a possibility in taking out this high. If we bounce, legends, say as we were speculating just in the last 30 minutes, if we bounce and we take out the golden pocket from this lower high that formed after the all-time high, which we are speculating that it was a wave 2, and this the wave 3, right? We just you know, let's just talk about the scenario, because we have bullish CVDs and there is a possibility of a higher low here. If we higher low from this zone and the price comes all the way up and takes out $104,000, it is game on for altcoins. This drop that has happened on altcoins, it's going to be an all-in for me. Not all-in eventually, but it's going to be very good to reaccumulate this major drop on altcoins. Some of them will be getting a bounce potentially if Bitcoin were to pump $4,000 right between today and tomorrow. It will be a confirmation that Bitcoin is going to be ranging, and that is what we really want for altcoins as well, right? This will confirm that all-time high will be hit again in the next coming days. Despite whatever it does here, it doesn't matter. It's going to be ranging and all-time high will be hit again, just like we detected from this movement right there. As we got this bounce after the drop, hitting those fib levels to invalidate the possibility of this being an impulsive move down, we're going to collapse. If we come up to that $104,000, which will invalidate the impulsive move down, we are going to be ranging and we're going to be taking out all-time high in the coming days. This means that the altcoins will not get the pressure to the downside. I mean, we already dropped quite a lot on altcoins, right? It's kind of by the dip, right? But this will be a confirmation. We need the help of Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to invalidate with a nice move up, in this case to $104,000, the possibility of continuing to the downside. So once this happens, if it does, it's you know, I'm going to be adding to my swing longs, and I would consider even buying some spot bags, you know, different ones. I will be letting the community know, of course, on Discord, you know, what I would be buying. But you know, we really need, Bitcoin is the leader of the market, and behind Bitcoin eventually is the stock market, right? So yeah, we cannot really cross our eye, you know, be blinded by stock market. If stock market takes another hit of 3%, you know, tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully we're going to see, we're going to be quite flat. But if stock market were to drop, guys, you know, I have to say that stock market leads the way. S&P 500, right? Dow Jones, they lead basically cryptocurrency. They're extremely highly correlated, as you can see with yesterday's drop. We got everything dropping. So, but Bitcoin for us we will know based on the technical analysis if it is going to be a good moment to reaccumulate aggressively altcoins or add to some swing long positions or start entering some swing long positions. But I need the price of Bitcoin to get a similar bounce that we had here the first week of December after that major flash crash. This bounce confirmed that, and we were talking about this, we're going to be ranging legends for a few days and we're going to take out all-time high. We bounced to the $104,000, invalidating the potential of an impulsive move down, okay, without taking out the lows. Okay, very important, we cannot take out the lows from early this morning. This is why the bulls are maybe defending here the lows, right, based on Elliott wave theory, that we're gonna get that bounce. If we get that bounce to 104, just like we did right over here, invalidating the bearish case, we're ranging. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter even taking out the low again. We're ranging and we're taking out all-time high again. This range will help the altcoins to bottom out and to get the huge bounce. I need that $104,000 on the chart on Bitcoin to be hit to invalidate the bearish case, to invalidate the impulsive move down. The moment that we hit those lows, guys, and we're very close in hitting them, I have to say it's kind of almost a miracle. I mean, not a miracle, we are forming bullish CVDs. I mean, there is a high chance that that the lows cannot be taken, especially after this reaction. This looks good for a local double bottom, a little bit of range momentum. If we start forming a wedge here, guys, get ready. This could bounce all the way up to the highs and maybe even higher. If we start wedging here in the next 1 to 2 hours, it's going to be looking extremely good. This is absorption from all of those short positions. There's millions of dollars of shorts entering throughout the last 30 minutes. They're in extreme danger. Over 50 million shorts in the last hour just on Bybit. And the rest of exchanges, yeah, we're looking at the CVD, we can see that, yeah, the rest of exchanges have been shorting very aggressively as well throughout the last hour. They are in extreme danger to get liquidated. So it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good for a reversal here. But as a patient trader, I want to see a little bit of a wedgie move. I would be interested in the double bottom just because the risk management is just so good. You enter here on the recovery, your stop loss, give or take a bit of room, right? But almost at the lows. But what you're looking at here is the possibility of a recovery, bit of a wedgie move, absorption. It looks good. There is a possibility. Huh? Let's see if we smash through the lows here, then we take out the lows, and then we're looking at the next trading scenario. We either bounce double bottom, point of control of the range of November, December. If we just get a waterfall, we're looking at the daily at 96,672, and this will be a little bit bearish, guys, for the next coming days. Even though next coming days we're expecting that bounce, but then after the bounce, I think the price will get exhausted, not managing to hit all-time high and roll back down. So yeah, it's not going to be looking good. If we take out that low from early this morning, I will be very skeptical for the price of Bitcoin to hit all-time high. Okay, this would be a little bit of a confirmation of weakness for the next coming weeks, guys. So I mean, it's quite simple to understand right now with this movement down. If we take out the low, I might flip bearish for the next coming weeks, guys, after a bounce. I will be very skeptical. I'm looking for a bounce. I'll be jumping into longs, but I will be interested in looking to short, and I will be very, very cautious with some altcoins. I might deleverage on some swing trades. I might take some profits on the bounce on some altcoins in profit, but just kind of be a little bit more positioned in cash, just because this would be a little bit of a bearish confirmation taking out the lows of early this morning. And if we were to bounce and take out $104,000, this invalidates the bearish case to continue dropping, and I'm looking for a range and all-time high to be hit again. And I would be interested in accumulating a bit more altcoins and getting into some swing longs. Anyway, it's crazy to think that computing power alone to make one BTC is around 75,000K, 75K. Hard to quantify that. What it's doing. How long would it take me to use 75,000K of electricity? A lot. That best plan, says Gone. One more dip, 96.5. If we were to get to 96.5 legends, you know, we are still speculating on that wave 5, right? I mean, this is the bearish case for the next coming weeks. You know, that could possibly not happen. But yeah, it would be nice if we slice through these levels and we just collapse. Without a doubt, then the best level to speculate on that long would be that daily at 96,672. Expect a reaction, get above the daily, and that's where you want a long, right? It might be just a tap. It might wick beneath it, and then you recover. Once you're recovering, you're moving with the recovery, right? You don't jump in while you're collapsing. You don't get into the long as the price is moving against you. You jump into the bounce, right? As the price is bouncing and getting above the level, you want to get into the bounce so you can manage risk much better, right? You get your stop loss, you're bouncing a bit, you can manage risk with stop, right? But as you're moving against the price, the problem is your stop loss, guys, okay? That is the problem. When you're jumping into a long position in a falling knife or in a short in a major pump, you don't know where to put stop loss. Your only solution here for many is add to the position, get scared, exit the trade. I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh my goodness, it's continued collapsing, right? There's no plan, right? There's just no, you don't want to get into a falling knife. So this is why you have these levels, you have the analysis, you have the waves, you have Fibonacci, you have the confluence levels. If that level is hit and it is respected and the price gets above, let's just say the point of control from November and December, as the price gets above the level, it is bouncing. So you are basically getting into the bounce, never against the movement down, never against the movement down. You're jumping on the bounce, right? That's why you want to jump in. You don't want to jump against the price action coming against you. You want to get into the bounce, right? If that makes sense. And your stop loss goes below that bounce reaction from that confluence level. So, I mean, this is there was one scenario yesterday that Aiden pointed out in the Legends Trading community that was late, okay? It was actually, you know, this was a very much acceptable long position, which was a swing failure pattern from the higher lows on a higher time frame here. Let's change this here to the white, which was basically these lows from this pivot low to the all-time high and this higher time frame higher low, you know, bouncing also with a golden pocket from this higher low to the, you know, this last leg to the upside from last week. Golden pocket, I mean, the best setup here is jumping on the long, not here, on the recovery, right? Round about this zone as you recover from this low. Risk to reward is not huge, but it is more than your stop loss. And you know, if you're considering this analysis as well as the one that I'm making today, you're very much aware that this could be a wave 4. So you should be taking profit here in between 382 and 50% Fibonacci from this scenario. If you're analyzing the bearish case, and you get, we day trade here, guys, okay? So we basically long, short, short, long, right? We're looking for the different resistance, local resistance, like this long mentioned here. This is going to be your take profit zone, yes or yes. If we bounce here, depending on which level we react to, you know, this is the take profit zone. Yes or yes. 50, 60, 70% of the position you take profit. You want to leave a little moon bag just in case the price, you know, goes to higher levels to take more profits. Then yeah, we can do so. But we need to be very, very specific. This is not a long position to go to all-time high. It's a day trade scenario. Could last 2 days. It's level to level. This is why if you did long this SFP, you had to take profits somewhere in this region. Why? Because you have a bearish case scenario on an impulsive move down on a wave 4, and your wave 4 usually tops out from the wave 2 to the wave 3 in between the 382 and the 50% Fibonacci most commonly. So you need to consider as a day trader the bearish case as well. So if you're longing that SFP here, you need to start taking profits in between 382 and the 50%. Because, you know, we cannot only be bullish or only be bearish. We as a day trader, you're looking for a move of a couple of $1,000. You're getting in and you're getting out. And if you can make a 2.5, 3, 4 to 1 risk reward, even better. That is what you're looking here. So I mean, anyway, this trade was very much acceptable as an SFP hitting the golden pocket from the low to the highs. I mean, this happened very early, the 2-3 o'clock in the morning my time. You know, I was not awake on this drop. Let's let's go through some altcoins, guys. People have been enjoying the analysis. Okay, this is extremely important. I know most of the people are here for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to give us the you might jump into some other crypto YouTube channels. It's extremely important to take Bitcoin into consideration, guys. This is why we analyze Bitcoin. We have a confirmation zone where the price is not going to be looking impulsive to the downside, and we could be ranging after hitting this level and hit all-time high, which is going to give us confidence to buy this dip on altcoins and start getting into, you know, swing longs or add to the swing longs. But we need that level to be hit before the lows are hit. So, you know, a lot of people are just going to randomly say, buy these altcoins, buy them, buy this dip, you know, which you can. I do believe that we're still in a cryptocurrency bull run, but we could be seeing a little bit more pullbacks, okay? And just to get better entries potentially in the next coming weeks, okay? So it's just, this is like short-term analysis, right? What happens tonight, depending on if this low is taken or we get the bounce and this high is taken, is going to give us more information on what we should do with the altcoins and Bitcoin, right? For the next coming, you know, days, even couple of weeks. This movement down, we still do not know if we are going to continue to the downside or we're going to get an epic bounce. And that information will be given once we take out the low of early this morning. This will look bearish. This bounce will likely lose momentum and continue to the downside if that low is taken. Right? Bounce here or bounce here, it doesn't matter. That bounce is not going to be looking too great because this will look like an impulse. If that low is not taken and we bounce and claim $104,000, it's going to give us that information that we'll be forming something similar to this, which is later on ranging and taking out the highs. Ranging and taking out the highs, or even take out the lows first and then go up. If we take out the lows, then we're looking at a double zigzag basically, right, in a WXY, but it will still be corrective regardless. This would be an epic long trade if we were to form a double zigzag here to then get to all-time highs, right? It will be a very trappy zone. It will be a trap, and we will take advantage of that. That is only if we get up there, guys, first, which for the moment it's not looking that great. Let's be honest, it's not looking that great for the moment, but yeah, very interesting. You know, by tomorrow I will have much confidence on what could be the next move, depending on which level is hit. Okay, anyway, let's go right away. 𝗖𝗿, December is going to be a red month. Well, for the moment, legends, and smash up that like button. My goodness, I don't know what happens with the like button on my channel, but we got other channels that get massive likes. I don't know, guys. I'm a little bit depressed. Let's get to 700 likes. I'm sure we can, guys. I'm sure we can. We're over 1,500 people watching the stream. Let's get that like button to at least 700, guys. I mean, we can do this together. We can do this together. As I'm waiting for that like button to get smashed, because we're going to take a look at some altcoins and a little bit of the strategy depending on what Bitcoin does. And later on, take a little bit of, you know, take a look at some news. Woo! That like button absolutely destroyed. I know it's normal to forget about the like button, guys. It happens. Let me just get that glass of water because I forgot my water here today, guys. And I'll be back right away as we get to above 700 likes. Let me get some water and let's analyze some altcoins. Altcoins also here from the comment section. That like button going absolutely nuts. Thank you, legends. Give me just 10 seconds, get some water, and I'm back. I actually had some water here in the in my sports bag. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. 100 people dropping off instead of smashing up the like button, guys. Can you believe that? Don't ask for likes because you're gonna get people dropping off the stream. How crazy is that? My goodness. Anyway, never mind. Let's go. I'm gone to get some water, guys. I had some water here in my my CrossFit bag. Right, let's take a look at some. Where's Andy? I'm here, my man. Not to worry. Let's go. The analysis on Bitcoin, guys. If you just joined the live stream, it's explained throughout the first 30-40 minutes of the stream, or even 1 hour. We've been really focusing here on the levels and the scenarios and what we need to see. Check it out, guys. If you're just joining here for the Bitcoin analysis, it's in the first hour of the stream. Now it's time to jump through comment section, go through some altcoins, and take a look at some news, guys, that is going on, right? Some news, interesting news. I would want to jump into the quick news right now, just because it's just a couple of things, right? Fed Chair Powell says we cannot allow to own Bitcoin. Well, this might change in the next coming years, maybe months, but they're not allowed to own Bitcoin, supposedly. In the past 12 hours, Mara bought, 1,770 Bitcoin. This is a public company. We do have the major drop on the stock market, guys. Dow Jones, 10 days in a row. This longest losing streak since 1974. Could this be a sign that the bottom is very close, right? We're very, very bearish stock market for the last 10 days, especially yesterday. 1.5 trillion was wiped out from the US stock market. All of this bearishness, could this be the sign of, well, that was it, right? We've had the massive drop. Is it time to bounce? Very much possible. Federal Reserve cutting interest rate 25 basis point. And with a speech yesterday, with a press conference, not giving too much hope on basically a strong economy. But anyway, having this major drop on Bitcoin and cryptos as well. Let's go. 800 likes. Yes, sir. Wow. You legends rock. Absolute legends. Yeah, they've managed to smash up the like button. Anyway, Bitcoin, I think people are interested in the Bitcoin analysis. This is why lots of them take a look at Bitcoin and then they leave, because nobody cares about altcoins. They're too volatile. They're too risky. But the ones that want here for the Degen altcoins, right? A bit of analysis. Let's go, right? Let's go, legends. Absolutely insane. The like button. Absolutely crazy. Andy, I've tagged you on. Okay, let's go through Kadena, because Kadena, Kadena is one of them. KDA is one of our spot bags. I do have a lot of Kadena, guys. I think it must be about 2-3% of the portfolio, because I did go pretty heavy. Just like ICP is also another 2-3% approximately, because I went pretty heavy. I've actually got my ICP here on the exchange. Bought in between $9 and $10 accumulated. I wanted to sell this at the March highs and still holding the bag. It's down big time. Down $40,000 of profit from just the last 2 weeks. Damn you, ICP. Damn you. But anyway, we'll hold on. I think ICP will recover very nicely. We'll just hold on to our entry zones if it does get below $10, $9. Kadena as well. Kadena, what a major drop on Kadena. I'm worried about Kadena. I am worried. My goodness, what a pullback. It's over. It's over, guys. This is why we do not buy the pumps. We are still in a very good position, What I'm speculating here on Kadena is I didn't want the Kadena to actually come back down to this level. Because, yeah, we're looking at this. Whew. Let's analyze Kadena here right away. Not looking that great. I wanted the Kadena to double bottom, but with yesterday's news and yesterday's drop, stock market, Bitcoin would just slice through the lows here. And I was looking for a double bottom recovery above the low. It could still be in play, looking for a wedgie structure. But, I mean, it's getting choppiness. That wedge still could happen, right? If we chop here, find ground on Kadena, right? You know, without a doubt, we could be speculating on an ABC, and it's a wedge, and we're breaking out. But I wanted to see a double bottom, which did not happen. We were slicing through, trading beneath the lows here, and just continue to the downside. So if we recover above this low, I mean, this is going to be looking very interesting without a doubt. You know, I need Kadena to find ground, which is kind of doing so throughout the last few hours, and get back above this low. And that, you know, this could confirm a zigzag wedgie structure, and then, you know, we just off to recover again, right? Still not looking too bad. It's this retracement that is not really, I'm not in favor too much, because we did actually retrace to the golden pocket. Or basically golden pocket is what's holding from this pivot low. But, you know, for this to be a wave 4 right now, it's kind of invalid. It's not a proper invalidation, you know, on Elliott wave theory, and especially on altcoins, can really differ. The real invalidation of a wave 4 is overlapping the wave 1, which is down here, right, from the low of the bear market. From the low of 2024, sorry, correction here. So the real invalidation for a wave 4 is really overlapping the wave 1. But the golden pocket is really a kind of a, you know, not a level to start being cautious. But look at the major rally we've had on Kadena. I mean, Kadena's had a major rally. Golden pocket, we know golden pocket is a great epic level to bounce. I mean, this could definitely find a bounce from this zone. Really could find a bounce at this, exactly hitting the golden pocket from the rally of November right now. And it's a zigzag. It is reacting ever so slightly. You got this low that we could recover above. For the moment, we haven't taken that low of the drop. This could actually be the level where it bounces. I mean, if you know, a speculative long, I mean, I would really consider adding to this to a long position, getting into the long, or even a local double bottom here, not taking out that low. A local double bottom here is without a doubt a good possibility on Kadena. You could be already in that long position, and if we double bottom here locally, this could without a doubt be a good level where the price could bounce on Kadena. Local double bottom or a small position here is not a bad idea, because I mean, this would be more of a swing trade. You're looking for a recovery, and it really depends on Bitcoin, huh? It really depends on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is looking pretty damn good here, legends. It's looking pretty damn good with those bullish CVDs, I have to say. There is a chance here. Local double bottom on Bitcoin would be epic here. It is reacting on the bullish CVD divergence. Even a small long here. Small long position. I wouldn't go too crazy with stop loss. I would prefer double bottom. I've set some alerts here, because I would be interested in jumping in here, just so we can manage risk. Even though a small long position here, based on the bullish CVD divergence. Woo! And we're having more local bullish CVDs. There's more shorts entering here on Bybit. Wow, look how many shorts are entering on Bybit here right now. There's millions of dollars entering into shorts on Bybit, and it looks like it could get absorbed and the price could recover. Very, very interesting indeed. A small long here would not be off the cards. Looking very interesting. Regarding 𝗕𝗫𝘆 anyway, going back to 𝗕𝗫𝘆 here from somebody in the comment section. Yeah, I think this could be a recovery point zone. Really depends on Bitcoin. It fully depends on Bitcoin. Let's keep it that way. If Bitcoin behaves, you know, altcoins could behave here in this zone. But regarding spot bags, if you are curious of what is happening here with our spot bags, because 𝗕𝗫𝘆, I mean, we can zoom out here throughout multiple streams on different altcoins. 𝗕𝗫𝘆 was one of them. 𝗬𝗵 network, Constellation DAG eventually. We do have many different altcoins, but our average entry zone on 𝗕𝗫𝘆, which we were streaming for a couple of weeks, was in between the 60 cent 70 cent zone. 70 cent was my last call on 𝗕𝗫𝘆. If you don't buy here, don't buy after the pump. So if you're asking about your spot bags, if you are a legit follower from the last few weeks, right? Well, September, October, November, right? Where we were talking about the massive accumulation on certain altcoins. 𝗕𝗫𝘆 was one of them. I haven't still taken profits on 𝗕𝗫𝘆. I was really hoping for those highs to take 50% of the spot buys from here and leave a moon bag, but we front run that level. My goodness, this is what happens, legends. But regardless, it doesn't matter. You know, our average entry zone is very, very good on 𝗕𝗫𝘆 here, just before the breakout. I think, don't worry, you know, hold on. You know, this is just, you know, a big correction throughout the bull market. So if you're asking about the spot bags, we just don't, you know, we really remain patient, right? We remain patient. This big correction, I mean, big correction from the highs of the last 2 weeks. It's a 46% pullback. It's a big pullback. This does happen. Even 50 to 60% in the bull run on altcoins is kind of, you know, let's just take a look at 𝗕𝗫𝘆 on the previous bull run, right? Yeah, I mean, this pullback on its own is kind of very similar. This was a 44%, yeah, 45% pullback right there on 𝗕𝗫𝘆 here. Yeah, this was basically, yeah, in the previous bull run. So these big pullbacks do happen in bull run. So anyway, let's fast forward here. Could be a very interesting area where the price could bounce of 𝗕𝗫𝘆. There's an option of getting into a very small swing long. You know, we're talking about a 3x leverage, 2, 3x, 4x. You're already starting to push it. Small amounts, because these zigzag pullbacks in a wedgie structure, you know, that this is the moment that you really want to be interested. And you've claimed this higher low, which is very interesting indeed. I mean, this is really the classic zone. Small long position, I think it's very much acceptable, guys. With low leverage, you know, don't go too crazy. If this zone is going to be the low in the case of 𝗕𝗫𝘆, there is reasons to believe it could be the low, where you do have a zigzag. It really depends on Bitcoin, guys, so I wouldn't go too crazy. I mean, we have corrected a lot. It is a zigzag. What we can see from this initial wave that we had in November is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an extensive wave 5 here, or a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? Where that second 1, 2 is part of a third wave right over here, where you do have 5 waves, right? So you initially have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you have this zigzag deep pullback. Yeah, I mean, this could definitely be the zone where 𝗕𝗫𝘆 could bottom out and get a significant bounce. And, you know, when I talk about low leverage, I'm talking about your liquidation is far away, 3, 4x leverage. Small position, be ready for short-term volatility if it were to happen. But this is the moment where the price could start reversing and get a significant bounce in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Kadena can be traded on Bybit, guys. Kadena, you can buy on spot. You can leverage trade it. It's also available on Weeks and Bluffin. And here you just need an email and a password, guys. Weeks, email and password, anywhere that you are. You got the incredible deposit bonus here. You do get this bonus. The more you trade, you'll be getting some airdrops. The same applies on Bluffin. Great platform. They have proof of reserves. Check out the links down below in the description, guys. The affiliate link here where you get that bonus, okay? You are eligible depending on what you deposit and trade, okay? You can trade Kadena right there on Weeks or on Bluffin, guys. Just with an email and a password. So, acceptable long position here on Bitcoin as well. Wouldn't go too crazy, as I said. If we were to double bottom, that absorption is very much real here. That absorption is very much real. So a small long position here is very much acceptable. And you are looking for the highs to be taken. And if you double bottom, you know, if you do come back down, test the lows, and you double bottom here, absolutely epic. You know, that's going to give you even a better entry zone and better risk management. You're looking for those highs of today to be taken. Absorption is happening, guys. It is happening right now on Bitcoin after this drop that we've had the last couple of hours. This is what we wanted to see. The price stopped. We're forming local bullish CVDs. It's happening. Price stops. Proof of support. You know, you can use a little leverage, small position. Would be better to look for double bottoms, okay? Double bottoms is the bread and butter here, all right? It gives you the best epic entry zone once you get a consolidation, right? You can see here on this price action, you know, if you do get a bounce and you form a higher low, and just like we're doing right now, and you just continue to the upside, well, you know, you're missing out on the double bottom. But they do happen, right? If you do get into this wick down entry zone stop loss, well, the risk to reward is much better, right? You're managing risk much better here on the local double bottoms. And sometimes you don't form them, right? You just form a higher low and you continue to the upside. This is why you can actually enter with a small amount, low leverage, but preferably you hit that low again and you get the movement up, just so you can manage risk much better than risk to reward. I mean, we're talking about a 5-6 to 1 risk to reward if you manage to claim that low again, which obviously would be epic, right? But you know, we understand that maybe the absorption is happening here already. We've been having local bullish CVDs, so Bybit is shorting like a maniac, which looks like they could get liquidated. There's millions of dollars shorting here throughout the last 10, 15 minutes, giving us that higher low locally. But this is why, I mean, you would enter with a low leverage. I mean, low capital, 0.5 to 1, just to give the shot here, because you might not double bottom. I mean, the price has stopped. People are shorting still here. Preferably we get that double bottom. You hit the lows and we double bottom. Let's see if that does happen. Anyway, let's go right away. Umbrella. We got Umbrella. I still hold my huge stack of Umbrella. Let's go and take a look at Umbrella. CVD. Cumulative volume delta. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. CVD is like THC. Yeah. CVD. That's where you can, you know, find out if there's lots of shorts entering, right? I mean, you can take a look at the delta directly, which I don't use very much, but just to say, okay, there's millions of dollars, you can actually see that on CVD as well. CVD is the only tool that I use, apart from, you know, the different, the only indicator I would say that I use. The rest of things that I use is tools, you know, with Elliott wave theory and, you know, Fibonacci. But you can actually see how many shorts are entering here the last hour. So and we have stopped. So this is a full recipe for a possible reversal. Local double bottoms is the it would be the ideal thing, just like we did earlier this morning, right? You got the movement down, bounce, another move down, nice reversal. This is a good double bottom zone, just because you can manage risk very well, right? If you do get stopped out, you bounce, but the bounce forms a lower high and it crashes down, you're getting stopped out with a minor loss. If this does end up with a reversal, you're making, you know, 5 times your stop loss, or 4 or 6 or 7, right? If it smashes through the highs. So it's all about risk to reward and managing risk here. So yeah, let's go right away. I mean, if you want more information of, you know, if you have any questions regarding, you know, information and education, there is the free Discord as well, guys. Free Discord is really active. You got people sharing charts. You can ask questions right there. Check out the free Discord, guys. If you want the private community, you do have the modules explaining also the CVD and explaining many different strategies from basics to advanced. That is in the private community. Of course, you do get the modules with that. But the free Discord is great. You can just click on the link down below, you know, try it for free. Also join the Discord. You know, you do have a free trial of 7 days to join the Legends community as well, guys. So you can try for free right now, joining the Legends Trading community to check the modules, check the updates, the setups, right? This is your opportunity to get a 7-day free trial, guys. So first link down below in the description. Check it out. If you like it, you stick around. If you don't like it, then you leave, right? It's your option to see if there is value for you right now in the Legends Trading community, as there is a 7-day free trial. Let's take a look at these altcoins. 𝗖𝗍 must have taken a massive hit. This is one of the only ones that is in the red, guys, from the altcoins that we mentioned. It's still maintaining higher low, I have to say. 𝗖𝗍, major drop. It's still there. It's still higher lows, but it's obviously, you know, with this Bitcoin drop, stock market drop, it is taking the hit, right? I have to say that it's preferably we wait. I mean, I would be happy to accumulate more, but I want to see some proof of support, get back inside, you know, see Bitcoin's, you know, different price action that is going to happen in the coming days. And then I will take the decision on the altcoins to either reaccumulate. This is has to be the only one, or there might be one or two, that is in the red from the accumulation. Because we talked about the possibility of this one breaking out here in the next coming weeks, but it's taking that hit. So regarding spot bags, this is the only one that is in the red. If I'm not mistaken, there might be another one or two. But most of the altcoins that have been accumulated throughout October, November, they are in the green still, okay? They are in the green, and we're just remaining patient here with this pullback. Worst case scenario, we get to break even, right? This is the danger, right? I was very much pointing this out on major pumps on different altcoins. I know a lot of people that have been buying throughout the last 2-3 weeks will be in the red, and they'll feel uncomfortable right now, and they have doubts of bear market. You know, is this is this the end? You don't want to be in that uncomfortable situation. You want to buy these cryptos at rock bottom levels, right? Like we have been doing throughout, you know, September, October, part of November, before we started pumping, which we lost interest throughout Kadena and, you know, Constellation DAG. We just say, hey, you know, just hold on. We bought in this zone. You know, why worry, right? Worst case scenario, we come back down to our entry zone, which I don't think is going to be the case. In the case of Kadena, right? ICP is almost an entry zone. Let's take a look at Umbrella. Umbrella still holding a stack of Umbrella. That's one of my risky low cap coins. We're forming a bit of a wedgie structure here. Hasn't taken much of a hit. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a classic correction after the pump, and, you know, at some point looking for that recovery in the coming weeks. Just one of the big corrections, right? Look, if you take a look at this price action breaking out the zone, look at the volatility here. Dump, pump, big fat range, and then breakout. I mean, this time is different. We are in bull run right now, entering into 2025. So I do expect a recovery. Average entry zone here also on umbrella, you know, around about the 0.7, 0.007, 0.008, 0.00910 potentially. But after we got this move up, it's like, you know, no accumulation interested. I'm interested in accumulation zones to buy. And this was our accumulation. So we just remain patient on umbrella, guys. It's a no-brainer. Would I consider buying up? I mean, if it drops another 5-10%, then, you know, we can consider. I mean, let's keep it simple. The moment this sees a sign of strength or bottom formation, sideways momentum here for the next week or two, that's going to be a small reaccumulation. And I will point out that on the stream, guys, this is actually a good zone to buy up, but not just quite yet. You know, a little bit of bottoming formation here, depending on what Bitcoin does, will give us that information throughout different altcoins. So Flux still looking amazing, says Bernie. Absolutely, my man. Flux is an insane project. I actually got it here. Flux is, I'm actually surprised, but anyway, every single altcoin, most of the altcoins, not every single one, most of the altcoins, Flux looks insane. It's coming back inside the accumulation area, which should hold pretty nicely. You know, that this pump was ridiculous on Flux. I did not buy Flux on the pump. In some low leverage swing longs on Flux. So yeah, waiting patiently for the next coming days to see how Bitcoin reacts and how altcoins react on the bottom formation. If we start holding support here, guys, it's going to be looking very good. Very, very good for the bounce. Okay, so next coming days is going to be crucial for altcoins to actually find ground, right? Find a bottom formation, because then it's going to be like, guys, we are back, especially if Bitcoin gets that leg up. If Bitcoin gets the leg up eventually, then it's going to be pretty damn good for the altcoins. Flux looks amazing. I'm very surprised that Flux didn't get a better rally throughout November. Very surprised. This is the kind of coin that I would have said this is going to take the highs, you know, with this pump. But I would never buy the pump. You know, I actually haven't got Flux in my portfolio. In some low leverage swing longs, but you know, don't buy the pump. Don't buy the major pump on a breakout, because you know people are just gonna hold on unrealized losses that is not needed. Okay, so the next coming days, guys, if I do, I'll get a crazy thumbnail out, but not clickbaity. Actually saying, guys, buy. I'll be saying I'm buying now, right? I'm buying very aggressively based on different confirmations on Bitcoin, sideways momentum on altcoins. There might be another spot reaccumulation formation in the next coming days. We're just gonna this drop that we've had yesterday is a little bit too fresh. If you want to buy already, consider accumulating. You know, take it as your own risk, guys. But I would be happy more with some swing long positions. Let's take a look at the super chat right away, guys. Okay, hang on a second. We got Real Madrid here from Milch. Please check super chats. I am going to do so right away. Let's go. Let's go with the super chats. Thanks for the super chat. As you can see, Khalib and Mitch. How are you doing, guys? Serious about your thoughts on 𝗕𝗶. All-time high yesterday with pullback today. 𝗕𝗶. You know what was a good crypto to be in the last few weeks is Fartcoin, guys. My goodness. Fartcoin just launched a few months ago, trading at 2 cents in October, November. Holy moly, guys. Why didn't we buy Fartcoin? Fartcoin was even trading at 20 cents last week. What the heck happened? You know, this did a 5x in just 10 days. Where were we? Why didn't anybody talk about Fartcoin? I mean, this is a great name for a meme coin, and we live in a crazy world, right? If you have a meme coin, fart coin, bring it on. Let's buy some fart coin. So anyway, this is how crazy the world is. You know, the stupidest. That word. The craziest name for an altcoin is going to be the best one to buy, right? It's like 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗫. This one did very well. 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗫. That one did extremely well in the previous run. I'll take a look at the different coins, guys. But 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗫, who remembers this? Anybody that was here in the previous bull run, 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗽𝗏𝗽. You know, this one went through the roof on the launch. Got a major pump. This name is great. This is what happens, guys, on these crazy meme coins with these crazy names. This one ended up very bad, obviously. So I would be expecting something similar to fart coin. However, sky is the limit. We don't know how high this could go. Up 30% today. So fart coin doesn't give a damn of the market. It's just rallying very nicely. Holy moly. Obviously there is risk getting into this. It's up 30%. You might buy this. It's up 30% tomorrow. You might be down 30% tomorrow, right? It's just this is like really taking a gamble. 𝗕𝗏, let's take a look at 𝗕𝗏 right away. What's going on with 𝗕𝗏? You saying that this one hit all-time high yesterday? Yeah, I mean, we could expect something like this also with fart coin, right? It's doing incredibly well. All-time high yesterday, major dump today. What the heck is this? This is 𝗕𝗏, the world's most famous raccoon. Well, I think this might be yeah, this is a trending meme coin, just like that squirrel. What was the squirrel's name? Just like the squirrel. I'm not sure how that squirrel is doing, guys. Let me know in the comment section what was the name of that squirrel. Peanut, right? Peanut. This was very trending the last few months. Very trending. Eventually the trend finished and we are in a huge downtrend. These are just trending meme coins, right? When we hear about them, most of the times they're either at the highs or if I could short this coin, then I probably would. But 𝗕𝗏, I think it's just a trending meme coin like you mentioned, and TikTok, this, that, the other. Oh, everybody loves it. It's already pumped significantly, especially throughout the last few days. You want to really stay aware of this scenario. 19 million, still relatively low. Peanut did reach. What did Peanut reach here regarding market cap? You know, this did reach the billion. This did reach the billion. Could 𝗕𝗏 reach billion? I'm not sure. If it's a good story, stay extremely cautious with this. You know, there's no real analysis behind this. It depends on how trending it is. Is it extremely trending? Do you see the trend continuing? Then maybe the pullback is worth to get in. But this pullback is pretty aggressive still. This should bottom out, guys. When you get these pullbacks, you want to see a round bottom formation. Anyway, we're not here to talk about memes, but anyway, that's my opinion on 𝗕𝗏. Okay, just stay cautious, because you get the trend, you explode, and then yeah, basically we go down, right? Andy, can you take a quick look at 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗽? Are you invested? Is that rocket pool? 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗽? No, I am not, but I will leave it here. It's 346 million. It's a mid-cap coin. I will take a look at 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗽 in my spare time, but this one's done very good. Let's take a look at the chart on 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗽. It is available on Bybit, 𝗬𝗫, several exchanges by the looks of things. Let's take a look at 𝗖𝗄𝗄𝗽 right away on the chart, see what's cooking. It's been doing extremely well. It has been doing very well. Hang on a second, I'm lagging here ever so slightly with Tradingview. Whoops. major bounce on that on the drop from yesterday, I have to say. I am not invested in this one, but this one's been doing very well throughout the pump. November, part of December. These little flash crashes are really just not doing much on this one, huh? Actually breaking lower high resistance trend for the moment. Looks pretty solid. This is recovering very nicely. Up over 20% in the last 24 hours after the drop. This looks interesting. Very bullish momentum. Analyzing this local pump. I mean, I'm not sure if you want analysis on higher time frame. Wow, this one launched in the previous bull run or bear market. This one's doing very well, very well. Maintaining the March highs. I would speculate that this one is in the wave 3 and it's still maintaining ground. Almost hitting the 1.618 extension. It's at 64 cents. Regarding the waves here on the lower time frame on 𝗕𝗶𝗿, I mean, eventually I wouldn't be interested in buying this right now. Okay, would have been interested in buying this throughout September, October, right, where we bought a lot of the different cryptos. They are not making that much of gains, all right? 5x, 6x, you know, some of them 3x, 4x, such as Constellation DAG. Some of them doing a 5x in this case of 𝗕𝗶𝗿. But regarding the waves, it does look quite bullish. You got multiple 1-2s here. Possibly, we're not going to do the counts right now. People are going to get bored with this. But looks pretty damn bullish. Still in the wave 3. These corrections are being bought back up. We're just breaking a trend right now. This could actually head up to the highs again. Legends, people are getting bored of the stream. I will be back with more tomorrow, guys. Check out Bitcoin's analysis throughout the first hour. Altcoins, we're going to be talking about altcoins in the coming days. See if it is a good opportunity. If you're getting into some swing longs, manage risk, low leverage, guys. We could be bouncing depending on what Bitcoin does. Make sure to stay safe. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the links down below, guys. You got great bonuses on these different exchanges. Weeks and Bluffin are great. Just with an email and a password, you can sign up in minutes. Thank you, legends, and I will see you tomorrow.